Hello and welcome to the Irish Aesthete. Previously I was telling you about the rather tortuous history of Doneraile Court in County Cork, a house that looks set to follow the example of so many others and fall into a state of ruin. If you'd visited Doneraile Court just a couple of years ago, you would have been presented with a fine exterior but no access to the interior. This was probably just as well, because there was nothing to see there, nothing other than a series of empty and rather shabby looking rooms. One after another they stood there bare and cold and sad and in an increasingly poor state of repair. That looked set to be the fate of Doneraile Court until in early 2019 the Office of Public Works Mary Phelan took the job in hand and teamed up with architectural historian Christopher Moore. Together they transformed the interior of the building, bringing it back to life and back to public use. The job was done in an astonishing 6 months, a very rapid turnaround, which is testament to the enthusiasm and commitment of all involved in the project. When I visited the place just a few days before its official opening, there were still workmen all around the site, but already it was clear that a wonderful transformation had taken place. The mid-18th century panelled room, for example, looked nothing like its former sad self. It had been changed into a space dedicated to the memory of novelist Elizabeth Bowen, who, as mentioned already, lived just a few miles away and whose own former home, Bowen's Court, had been pulled down in 1960. The entrance hall was previously a very sad introduction to the house, but not anymore. It now sets the tone and lifts the spirits for what will follow elsewhere in Doneraile Court, such as the library, a depressingly dead room since the mid-1990s. Today it's once more an enticing area in which visitors are happy to linger. Among its attractions is a large collection of 19th century silhouette portraits that cover much of the wall space. Doneraile Court is still a work in progress, but today it gives a much better sense of the character and atmosphere of a typical Irish country house than do many other properties around the country which are open to the public. It also demonstrates how, with sufficient imagination and gusto, any building can be brought back to active and purposeful use, as visitor numbers and response to Doneraile Court have demonstrated. As mentioned, there is more to do, and it seems plans are afoot for the bedrooms on the first floor to be similarly restored and redecorated, thereby giving even more to see when you visit the house. There aren't often cheerful stories to tell about Irish country houses, which makes this one all the more welcome, especially when one knows that there's another chapter, another happy chapter, to come before too long. Thank you so much for watching the Irish Aesthete. I look forward to seeing you again soon with another tale. Goodbye.